Lisanne, as you know, you've been one of our rock stars. And for those of you who are just new at watching our Rockstar Rolodex and our Rockstar interviews, these are people that have been through our mastermind training or done something with us, or we've been in a relationship with for a while in our community, and the people that we really, really trust. And Lisanne is one of those people for sure. Super easy. Our team selects these. Nobody in our Rockstar interview process ever gets to ask to be on this list. We are the only ones who make that outreach. So first of all, Lisanne, thank you for being such an amazing human on the planet, because we're all in here together. And I thank you so much for just being one of those awesome people, and super glad you're here to just tell us what you do. So can you just introduce yourself, where you are in the world, and then I'll ask you a few more questions about what you do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, and I just have to thank you. I choose coaching programs judiciously because I am the type of person where I'm either all in or nothing, And so I appreciate you bringing content that was worth consuming and has really, really changed my business. So what I do for my business is I am a profitable Facebook ads expert, not just a Facebook ads expert, because there's a difference. I run profitable Facebook ads. I have an educational platform as well as an agency. So my whole value ladder is centered around, I guess the vehicle is Facebook ads, but everything that I do is centered around human psychology, because I found that for Facebook ads to be successful and profitable, you have to really understand and dive into the human psychology. So I have a course, a mastermind, an agency, depending on where a particular business fits in terms of what their budget is, what they're ready for ads, how much money they're wanting to run through their programs and their services. And I just have a little piece that fits people depending on where they're at in their journey.
That's perfect. So if I'm someone looking for Facebook ads expertise and I want to just learn how to do it, you have a course that teaches me. If I want to learn how to do it with coaching and more of a group involvement process, accountability, all that, you have a mastermind. If I want somebody just to, oh my gosh, I hate it, can you just do it for me? You and your folks can do that.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
And then we have those that even they are so nerdy about it and they want to learn about it in their car. We even have a podcast. And so you can just geek out on Facebook ads while you're driving your kids to school in the morning or wherever you might be going.
That's awesome. There's, how the National Public Radio NPR always does their little telethons in the spring and fall, and they talk about fundraising, and they always talk about driveway moments when you're just stuck. The story's so good. You're parking your driveway. You just can't turn it off. I just picture myself listening to your podcast, geeking out on Facebook and just can't turn it off.
Exactly. What is the dynamic creative? I can't. My frozen things from Costco, they're just going to have to thaw. I can't take
ice cream is melting,
now.
But oh my gosh, you'll never believe what I learned. I love it. You're one of the few people that I would honestly want to listen to talk about Facebook anything, because you're fun and relational. And here's the thing, Lisanne, and anybody watching this is so true. We talk in our own agency about automating the organic, and the human psychology piece that Lisanne is talking about is absolutely that. If you don't know why someone buys in a relational and emotional way, then you have no business running a Facebook ad anywhere. You're just going to send your money to Mr. Zuckerberg and he will thank you for it, but you will not get clients. So Lisanne, tell me a little bit more about that organic, human psychology piece that you have to figure out, because that's a complicated thing to figure out for a lot of us.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and I really love when I actually, and I don't even know if you've listened to that podcast episode yet, but I talked about you in a podcast episode about that concept of that paid traffic really is automating your organic traffic, and it's true. It really is. I was on one of my podcast interviews. I had Josh Forty on, and he said that all paid traffic is paying to put your organic message in certain places, and it was essentially the same thing you said in a slightly different way, and I completely agree. And so beyond whether it's paid or organic, that human psychology piece, the reason why it's so important is Facebook is, I like to compare Facebook to a brain surgeon. A brain surgeon, before they complete surgery, they have specific tools for everything. There's 18 different kinds of forceps, because they have all different ways to grab different places of the body or to hold different things and do specific things. It's very, very specific because you're trying to complete a specific thing. And that's what Facebook, the amount of data points that are collected on us are disgusting. It it is terrifying and inspiring all at the same time. And so as a marketer, you have a huge opportunity to take advantage of those data points that Facebook collects. So Facebook has surgeon-like precision to be able to find who is your best person to come into your business. But the trick is, how do you tell Facebook the person? How do you tell them what surgery to complete to go find that ideal client? And that's really where the art lies. Like the science is, just clicking some stuff and reading stats, which is all very, very important. I'm an incredibly analytical, data-driven individual. But before that even happens, and even after it happens, so you know how to iterate, you have to dive into that human psychology so that you can tell Facebook accurately where to go. Because a skilled brain surgeon, right? Like let's say you're walking into an operating room and you bring in like kitchen shears, some garden tools, a saw out of your garage, and some chopsticks, and these are the tools you roll into the surgeon to do brain surgery. The surgeon is gonna like laugh you out of the operating room and be like, "You're fired," like get out of here. But Facebook, if you take those kind of tools to that surgeon, Facebook doesn't know the difference, so it's gonna be like, "Okay, I'll try." So then Facebook just spends your money trying to find what you're actually looking for, and so you can save yourself a lot of energy and a lot of money by knowing how the surgeon works and giving the surgeon the right tools to go find those people. And so the human psychology piece is really important. And really what it comes down to is understanding Facebook as a platform so that you can use it effectively. How you would create an ad on Google is very different than Facebook because of how they're set up and how they show ads to people and when they show ads to people. All that foundational stuff matters, and understanding that before you even type a word into the actual ad itself, if that makes sense. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be like specific and cryptic.
No, it totally makes sense. I was thinking about the game Operation. You like use little
don't touch the edge.
Pull things out, yeah. And that's really, really true. And so many people that I've talked to, and it makes me sad every time I hear it's like, oh, Facebook ads didn't work for me or for my brand or for my client. We spent tens of thousands of dollars and just got nothing. And I just have to say to them, no, I think you didn't know what you were doing there, because everybody says they might not be on Facebook, or they're ashamed if they say they spend 4 hours a night looking at Facebook, but they do. And Facebook knows who they are. And if you want to talk to them, Facebook can put you in front of them. Like you said, you just got to know how to communicate what you need to Facebook.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true.
Well, Lisanne, that's it in a nutshell. And I want to just encourage anybody who's watching this right now. If you're watching this, it's because you want to know about Facebook. That's why we put these Rockstar Rolodex interviews together. And that's why we interview the people who truly are just great people that you can trust. I trust Lisanne. There's no commission, no affiliate fee, no nothing going back and forth between Lisanne and I. This is just me as an agency owner knowing the real deal when I see it. And so Lisanne, that's you. If you want to find out more about Lisanne, then there's so many ways to engage with her. And I'm going to put the links down below or above or aside, wherever we post this thing, because it's not just that you can hire Lisanne and have it all done for you, but at any level, if you just want to find out more, you can listen to a podcast. If you want to just learn some and do some of it yourself, you can take some of her online training. There's so many ways to engage with what she's given you that it's easy. And it's actually, you can jump in there for free and get to know her even more. So this one's a no-brainer. Lisanne, thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris, for the opportunity. And yeah, let me nerd out with Facebook with you. It's a fun land. A lot of people, it makes them nauseous, but I have a good time.
I love it. All right, Lisanne, you're the best. Talk soon.